Yeah, thanks very much, Braxy. The Oceania Junior Cup, the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup, out on track now for their first race of the day, their second in the weekend. Marianus Nicholas will start from pole position with Tom Drain in second place and also Hayden Nelson on the front row of the grid as well. Tom Drain, first two races of the day, and he's been in both of them. Got to get off the R3 now and back onto the R15. Cameron Dunker, Cameron Swain and Nate O'Neill. Great performance from the young rider on board bike number 65, Nate O'Neill, in the second row of the grid. Row 4 is Levi Russo, Boris Fleming and Henry Snell. Row 5, Clay Clegg, Brodie Gorwith and Jamie Port. Not sure if Jamie Port's actually out there because he wasn't feeling the best yesterday. Lucas Quinn, Toby James and Lincoln Knight on row 6, and the field rounded out by positions 19 and 20, James Weaver and Casey Middleton.
And they're straight into it, guys. No warm-up lap on this one. So we'll see what the boys can do. Marianus Nicholas, the winner from yesterday's heat. Another good start on bike number 46.
Yep, he's got 25 points to his name so far already after a great result yesterday as they make their way down in towards turn 1 for the first time. It is Marianus that leads from Tom Drain as they make their way up the hill now. Bike number 29, Hayden Nelson sitting there in third place and Cameron Swain on board bike number 26 in fourth place. But this is OJC, Braxy. Those positions will only stay that way for maximum one corner at a time.
They do that. They actually spread out a little bit yesterday. It was very unusual for the Oceania Junior Cup, the way it worked out. Marianus Nicholas, he cleared out at about a second and a half a lap over his adversaries, but I don't know if he's going to get the same this morning as Tom Drain is right on the exhaust pipe of the little R15 of Nicholas there in the lead. And since Eastern Creek last year, Phil, Marianus has gone up another level, hasn't he, when he broke through for that round win at the final round last year.
Well, speaking about all of the riders that have been getting so much taller, Marianus is one of the only ones that doesn't seem to have grown over the period since we saw them last. But he was on fire at the end of last year. He was the most consistent rider in the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup, and he's been incredibly well positioned in all of the races this year. I think it was a little bit of bad luck at the first round at Phillip Island that thwarted his attempts, and as they come across the line, it looked like Tom Drain had just managed to sneak his way past, but also coming up very quickly and has appeared from the second group to join the lead group. He's now Cameron Dunker on board bike number 50.
Well, Cameron Dunker came into this round just in third position in the championship after Phillip Island. 1 point adrift of Marianus Nicholas. Lucas Quinn down there in 16th position, our championship leader. Very unusual for him because at Phillip Island he got the 3 wins and that's a perfect score.
Well, and also, too, we were laughing about, he had 3 wins. You look at it on paper, you think he dominated. He won one race by .003, the other one by .007, and the other one was .146. So it was a combined winning margin of less than 2/10 of a second across the 3 races.
Now looking back at Cameron Swain there in 4th position from Hayden Nelson, and then Jay Russo, Nate O'Neill, Angus Grenfell and Glenn Nelson. No relation to Hayden Nelson. Hayden from New South Wales, Glenn from Queensland. Oh, inside bike number 65, Nate O'Neill having a big lunge to see what happened as they come down Yamaha turns and into the final corner onto the My Bike Motorcycle Insurance straight here at Wakefield Park. But it's Marianus Nicholas still got the lead from Tom Drain and Cameron Dunker, first, second and third. Now they've got a lead now of about approximately a second over the rest of the bunch. But if they keep swapping paint like they're doing at the moment, the rest of them, now that Hayden Nelson's Cameron Swain and Hayden Nelson got a bit of clear track in front of them, looking at the lap times, a 1 minute 15 for a standing lap off for Marianus Nicholas. But look at this bunch for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth and 10th.
So there's probably plenty of people that come here to Wakefield Park Ride Days that'd be happy with a 1:15 on a flying lap on their road bike, let alone an R15. But also, I was just about to say, so impressed with young Nate O'Neill on board bike number 65. Relatively inexperienced in road racing, doing duty in both the R3 Cup, I think Super Sport 300, as well as the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup, and doing a great job at the moment in that second pack. As we look back there to see bike number 26, Cameron Swain, under an immense amount of pressure. Look at the group behind him. Is that bike number 39, Glenn Nelson, telling them to all get behind him. I love it when they do that, Braxy, and they take absolutely no notice whatsoever. Because a couple of them going very wide round the final corner. The Yamaha revs your heart corner. I reckon his heart was revving pretty hard there as he nearly ran off into the grass.
And for people who mightn't see this, everybody is on the identical machines. They're all looked after by Trevor Manley and his crew from representative from Motorcycle in Australia and Yamaha. They put them in the truck They get the bikes that on the practice days and all looked after. So the helmets, the gloves, the Recondi leathers, everything there supplied to the riders for, well, in a good year it was $7,000 for the year with a 6-round championship. This year it's been a bit, well, as we know, been a bit interrupted, but a great learning curve to get your youngster involved in road racing at a pretty reasonable expense too.
Down the hill now, bike number 50, Cameron Dunker, trying to find a way past Tom Drain, just can't do it. Tom Drain, the dirt tracker, a young rider who's had international experience at his age, doing a great job here in his second year in the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup. Finished third in the championship last year, Braxy, and certainly hopeful of scoring some good points here and trying to take the championship in 2020. And he comes up the inside now, Tom Drain on the brakes, out brakes Marianus Nicholas into the final corner. He runs wide. Marianus was able to turn it very tight and go back into the lead. And
did he use brakes then or not?
I don't think so. Cameron Dunker is also trying to use the slipstream of Marianus as they come down now. Tom Drain's gone back from first to third in the space of half of the My Bike Motorcycle Insurance start-finish straight. It's not the longest straight here
abreast through turn one into Motul turn number 2, Phil. That is just not for the faint-hearted. These guys are used to racing this close on the dirt, but on a dirt track, it's 4 laps all over in a minute. So here it's a bit different. A lap now, a 1 minute 50, 1 minute 14. I think that's a new lap record for the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup with Cameron Dunker.
Yeah, I don't think they get into the 14s yesterday, Braxton, because the rest of the field still back in the 15s. A 15 flat for Tom Drain, a 15.3 for Marianus. And if they stay in this order, the provisional championship points will have Marianus Nicholas with an 11-point lead over Lucas Quinn, the 3-time victor at round 1 in the championship. Cameron Dunker, who's in the middle of this battle on board bike number 50, could also challenge Lucas Quinn for second position in the championship.
Cameron Dunker hasn't just broken it, he smashed it by over a second. And around a track like this on these little R15, that is a remarkable effort to take the lap record off Marianus Nicholas. And this championship, man, we've got another race today and a couple more tomorrow to finish this 2020 season. The last lap, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here we go. It's just starting to warm up.
2.2 kilometres of absolute mayhem to go to decide who will not only win this race, but I guess they lead the championship. Cameron Dunker did a great job there to keep the bike on track after a bit of a slight touch with Marianus. Marianus's corner entry speed in turn 2 is absolutely sensational. But this is the OJC Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup, Braxy. Look at this group of riders.
This is a battle for fourth.
It's like we're at a Greek wedding with the conga line making its way up the hill now. It is bike number 26, Cameron Swain, that leads them.
65, Clegg, but no, it was Nate O'Neill you were talking about before. That was bouncing more than a trampoline going through turn number 3.
Yeah, very impressed with that young man and the way that he's riding in the middle of that group at the moment. Marianus Nicholas still leads the group now as they're battling for the overall win. But this group, which is battling for 4th place at the moment, still being led by Cameron Swain. There's our lead riders. They're on the final straight now. They're coming down to the final corner. It is Marianus Nicholas that leads. Tom Drain up the inside of Cameron Dunker. Can Cameron Dunker turn it back and get the run out of the final corner? I think Marianus has got this one in the bag, Braxy, but the real battle is 2nd place now between Cameron Dunker and Tom Drain. Drain leads, Dunker in the slipstream. I don't think he's going to get there in time. Marianus takes the win. Cameron Dunker in 2nd. Cameron Dunker back to 3rd and Tom Drain in 2nd.
Look at this, as you said, the conga line, they're pushing each other left, right and centre, but they're going to get the claim for 4th position this time. Cameron Swain, he was 3rd yesterday, now he's been relegated, so Cameron Swain and Dunker.
And Marianus Nicholas breaks the lap record again on the last lap with a 1:14.906.
Wow, and that's just, 4 thousandths of a second quicker than Cameron Dunker's time. Amazing.
That was on the last lap, so we were waxing lyrical about the amazing time from Cameron Dunker, and Marianus has gone, yep, whatever you can do, I can do one better. In fact, he went, what was it, 4 1,000ths of a second better.
Even better, mate. What a race that was.
So congratulations to Marianus Nicholas, Tom Drain and Cameron Dunker. The top 3, they'll be talking to Mark Brax in just a moment. The rest of the field, that group that came through from 4th to 10th place, and actually 4th to 11th place, was covered by 0.9 of a second. They're only small bikes, but I didn't think you could fit that many of them into 9/10ths of a second. Marianus takes the win by 0.580 of a second over Tom Drain and Cameron Dunker. Not much between those two as they came across the line. Cameron Swain in 4th, Jai Russo in 5th, Clay Clegg in 6th, Henry Snell in 7th place, Nate O'Neill man that we spoke about in 8th position. Glenn Nelson, a great ride to 9th position on board bike number 39. And Varis Fleming on board bike number 55 rounds out the top 10. Next rider through, and the last rider in that very tightly packed group was Hayden Nelson on board bike number 29 in 11th place. Then it was Angus Grenfell on board bike number 36, his second year in this championship as well. Levo Russo in 13th place, Lincoln Knight in 14th place. All the way back to our previous championship leader, Lucas Quinn, on board bike number 58 in 15th position. But Marianos Nicholas now leads the championship on 99 points. I think you'll find that Lucas Quinn is now under attack in 2nd position in the championship. He's got 89 points, but Tom Drain has got 86 points and right behind him. You can see there Cameron Dunker. That good result has moved him up into championship contention as well in 4th place, and it's Cameron Swain in 5th position. Only 19 points covers the top 5 in the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup at this second round of the My Bike Motorcycle Insurance Australian Superbike Championship presented by Motul. Time for hear from our top 3, Marianos Nicholas and Tom Drain, and Cameron Dunker there with Mark Brax.
Well, Cameron, well done, mate. 3rd position in the second leg of the Oceania Junior Cup. Happy birthday. 4th yesterday, 3rd today. You're on the way up.
Yeah, it was a pretty good result. Just that one mistake in the second last corner, but, you know, still happy with 3rd.
All the best, mate, and come back stronger this afternoon. You got a lap record earlier on. Hopefully you can break it later.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Cameron Dunker, well done. And in 2nd position, where is he? Tom Drain again. You tried hard, mate. You thought you might have had Marianos then, but not quite.
No, I made a mistake into the fish hook on the last lap there, and then him and Cam were pulled away, so I had to try just make a move on Cam, and he was too far in front.
And you're learning every time, so I'm sure you got something up your sleeve for this afternoon.
Yeah, I have a few moves. That's about it.
Well done there, Tom Drain. All the best, and hopefully see you back here later on this afternoon for our winner. 2 from 2 and a new lap record by 0.06 of a second you beat from Cameron, but you've regained a lap record, Marianos. Well done. Great racing.
Yeah, thanks, Faxi. That was a really hard race. They were with me the whole time, front wheels. One point I went into 2nd. I just tried to stay at the front the whole time. On the last lap, it was definitely Robbins Racing. Someone's front tyre was on my boot. I knew I had to pull my head down. I went around the turn 5 and my leg fell off. I was just trying to go so fast. And yeah, it was a tough one. I'd just like to thank all the Oceania Junior Cup sponsors, Pirelli, Recondi, Blue Crew, and Yamaha Australia. And I'd also like to thank Martin Port for making sure this round was on. And I'd just like to thank my mechanic.
Mate, well done. You're well spoken, mate. You're leading the championship now in the Blue Crew Oceania Cup. All the best for the rest of the day and the round tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks, Braxy.
No worries. Back to you guys.